We're cutting across to breaking news that's coming in. This is an update on the Aircel-Maxis case. The hearing in the case has now been adjourned till 3rd September by the CBI Special Court. This means that Karthi and his father Chidambaram get protection from arrest till September 3rd. So some respite there for the Chidambarams as the Aircel-Maxis case hearing has now been pushed to 3rd September, and this means that the protection that they've been granted by the court from arrest will continue till 3rd September. It was expected that the judgment will be delivered today by the Rouse Avenue Court in the national capital. But now with that case being adjourned, it means that both Karthi Chidambaram and P Chidambaram get protection from arrest by the Enforcement Directorate till the 3rd of September, which is when the case will once again be taken up. Remember, their interim protection had actually ended today, leading to a lot of speculation of whether once again they'll face more heat besides the INX Media case in the Aircel-Maxis case as well. Anisha Mathur is joining us with more details. Anisha, give us a sense of what really happened in court.
After 3 days where nothing, absolutely nothing went his way, P Chidambaram seems to be having a good day in court today. The court of District Judge O.P. Saini, who's hearing the Aircel-Maxis case today, declined a plea by the Enforcement Directorate to once again adjourn the hearing in the matter. In fact, Saini pulled up the Enforcement Directorate saying, "You've been asking for adjournment again and again. This is becoming very cumbersome to me. Either you argue or I am reserving the order." And that is exactly what has been done. Remember, Judge Saini is hearing the anticipatory bail plea that was filed by P Chidambaram and Karthi Chidambaram in the Aircel-Maxis case. From their side, what has been argued is that the ED does not have a case against them. That this is once again the argument has been on the line that this is a political case. It's a case of political vendetta. That there is nothing wrong that they have done. And the Enforcement Directorate so far had been asking for adjournment, saying that we are waiting for certain documents to be made available from other foreign countries. They're still waiting for some documents from Singapore. But now today, after the Supreme Court gave him protection from arrest in the INX case and agreed to hear his plea against the Delhi High Court verdict, the Enforcement Directorate argued before Judge Saini that the outcome of the Supreme Court case on Monday will impact this Aircel-Maxis investigation, and that is why they want an adjournment till after Monday. ED wanted this matter to be heard on Tuesday. Saini, of course, refused, and he has now reserved his verdict on the Chidambaram's petition for anticipatory bail, saying that I cannot wait any longer. However, ED has been given liberty that till the 3rd of September, which is when the order is expected to be given, if the ED wants, they can ask for a hearing to be conducted. So if ED pulled up and Chidambaram gets protection at least till September 3rd, when the order on his bail plea will be pronounced.
Okay, so for the moment, a breather for Chidambaram in the Aircel-Maxis case. Anisha, stay with us, because let's also get in all the updates on the INX Media case. That is the case in which, of course, Chidambaram is currently in CBI custody. But this matter came up in the courts today, and the Supreme Court has granted Chidambaram protection against the Enforcement Directorate's arrest till the next hearing, which is slotted for Monday. It effectively implies that the ED cannot arrest Chidambaram till August 26th. But remember, Chidambaram has already been remanded to CBI custody. Till then, both the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate cases will come up for hearing in the top court on Monday. In fact, the government agencies have been ordered to file responses in the case by then. Chidambaram, who is in CBI custody, has been asked to cooperate with the investigation. The ED in court listed out evidence against Chidambaram in the INX Media case during the hearing. Now, the agency's lawyer claimed to have found 10 properties, 17 bank accounts, all linked to Chidambaram in various countries. The ED also cited evidence of digital documents as well as email communications, which they claim are clinchers in the case. Making arguments for Chidambaram, his lawyer Kapil Sibal slammed the Enforcement Directorate, saying that ED did not file any affidavit. He didn't stop at that. Chidambaram's legal team also raised questions on the Delhi High Court order. The main thrust of Sibal's argument was that Chidambaram had the right to be heard. He said that the issue relates to the fundamental right to personal liberty and that CBI should not have arrested the former finance minister. Kapil Sibal even went on to accuse the High Court judge of copy-pasting the ED note in the judgment. And India Today's Anisha Mathur also caught up with Vivek Tanka, one of the lawyers in Chidambaram's legal team.
Can we please get a comment on today's hearing, please, sir?
I said we've argued a case, court has passed an order. We don't say anything more than that because we even object to what is happening on television channel.
Yeah, but sir, the big relief for Mr. Chidambaram right now because relief has been given from...
We are happy with the proceedings. This is the best that we could do. Expressed it.
But sir, Mr. Chidambaram has also, you've also challenged the CBI court verdict.
Don't go into details.
You also challenged the CBI court verdict, sir.
Don't go into the details of the case.
तनखा जी से बात करते हैं थोड़ी सी फौरी मिली है जरूर चिदम्बरम साहब को
Sir, you've also challenged the CBI court verdict.
कोर्ट में जब हम लोग रहते हैं तो वो प्रतिक्रिया नहीं देते हैं. कोर्ट के सामने केस है, कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर पास किया है. ईडी के केस में मंडे तक राहत दी है. मंडे को दोनों सीबीआई और ईडी के केस की हियरिंग होगी. अब हियरिंग के बाद ही आपको समझ आएगा.
सर, बट सीबीआई कोर्ट का कल का जो ऑर्डर था उसको आपने...
मंडे तक ऐसे भी गिरफ्तार नहीं करने वाले हैं.
वो सब कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग होगी.
सर, आपने सीबीआई कोर्ट के ऑर्डर को भी चैलेंज कर दिया है. वो किस ग्राउंड पे किया गया है, सर?
अब ये सब चीजें आपको मंडे को समझ आएंगी जब आप मंडे को देखें.
Nalini ma'am, could we get a comment from the on the Supreme Court word?
I didn't even hear the order.
Ma'am, the Supreme Court has given relief from arrest from ED.
Let me take this across to Anisha Mathur, who's been getting us all the updates from the Supreme Court. Anisha, this is essentially interim relief, but it's only till Monday because that's when the cases come up for hearing. And also what we know is that in the Supreme Court, the ED did very categorically state that they don't plan to arrest Chidambaram anyway before that.
Well, yes, Akshita, but we also need to remember that he is already in custody of the CBI. And the reason why this argument was made by Chidambaram defense lawyers is because they were under the apprehension, they were feared that while he is in CBI custody, the ED may file an application before the magistrate and ask for his custody. So for that reason, they wanted that to get this protection in place before the ED chooses to go and arrest him. Now, what is interesting is today, Akshita, that they have also challenged the CBI court's order granting custody remand to the CBI for Mr. Chidambaram directly in the Supreme Court. They've raised the issue, they have raised the argument that he should not have been given custody, the CBI should not have been given custody in this manner because his petition against the Delhi High Court order rejecting his anticipatory bail was already before the apex court. That the reason that he did not have protection at that point when he was arrested is because the Supreme Court had not heard him yet. So a very interesting argument being made by his defense team that the Supreme Court and the more interesting part is that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this matter on Monday now, and they are going to hear this challenge to the CBI custody matter as well as P Chidambaram's petition against the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI. Remember, they have challenged the Delhi High Court order that has rejected his anticipatory bail petition in the INX Media case. Despite the fact that the Solicitor General mounted a formidable defense, he pointed out that Chidambaram is under investigation. We've got the witnesses, we've got the documents, we are looking into, as you just...
and that's the point really, Anisha, because the agencies there in court once again highlighted the kind of proof that they have. But what's also interesting and what will be interesting to see on Monday is what the Supreme Court has to say, not just about the ED arrest, but also about Chidambaram's lawyers' contention that the Delhi High Court judgment order, which mentions also that Chidambaram is the alleged kingpin in this scam, that too will be interesting to see what the Supreme Court has to say on that. And let's move on to another story of Pakistan now crying foul. This is over, surprisingly, P Chidambaram's arrest. Pakistani Senator Rehman Malik has openly supported Chidambaram, saying that his only fault was that he spoke against the abrogation of Article 370 and also stripping Kashmir of its autonomous status. He further added that the former finance minister is a capable politician and his arrest highlights the government's move of suppressing dissent terming it victimization of the opposition. In fact, stepping up the ante, you've got Rehman Malik also condemning the Modi government for diverting attention from Kashmir.
Have said no to drones. So as a nation, and while representing my nation does.
Our senior executive editor Gaurav Sawant is joining us live with more details on this. Gaurav, even as we're talking about an issue that concerns India's internal politics, once again, it's not surprising that Pakistan has decided to butt in and give its own views on the same. But also at the same time, politically speaking, there's been a lot of talk about how this augurs for the Congress itself. The fact that you have a Pakistani senator now coming out and heaping praise on Chidambaram, saying that, he is a capable politician and whatnot.
Well, Senator Rehman Malik, former Interior Minister of Pakistan, has actually given the ruling party a stick to beat the Congress with. Frankly, there is no love lost between P Chidambaram and Senator Rehman Malik, because when P Chidambaram was the Home Minister of India, he didn't give Senator Rehman Malik the time of the day. And that too is a fact. When we were covering the Ministry of Home Affairs, we could see that. But what is Senator Rehman Malik doing? He's Pakistan's former Home Minister. He's interfering in India's internal affairs. He's desperately trying to link the legal action. And remember, this is long-standing legal action that is underway against P Chidambaram for alleged corruption. He's trying to link it to Article 370 and Jammu and Kashmir. So Pakistan is desperately trying to leverage every situation it can within India to try to link it with Article 370 and then try and internationalize the situation in Jammu and Kashmir to try and say two things. One, that there is no democracy in India, and two, Pakistan is attempting to say that opposition voices are being muzzled in this country, or media is being muzzled in this country. So this is a part of Pakistan's hybrid warfare against India, since it cannot succeed, whether it's diplomatically or militarily, on the issue of Jammu and Kashmir, Akshata.
And that's the point, really, Gaurav. It seems that Pakistan is really desperate to create a narrative against India, against the Modi government also in particular, so much so that now they seem to be siding with the opposition also on issues like Mr. Chidambaram's arrest. We've seen Imran Khan now putting out a tweet just a few minutes ago, which we won't show because he's gone into this rhetoric and blatant lies against India. But it's clear that the Pakistan government at this point wants to somehow try and target the Modi government because of the action that they've taken in Kashmir.
You're spot on there. This is the nervousness of the establishment in Pakistan. The political establishment, the military establishment, the terror establishment. All three completely outgunned and just not knowing how to react to this step taken by the Narendra Modi government to modify Article 370 and to integrate Jammu and Kashmir completely with the rest of the country. Pakistan knows militarily it's not in a position to do anything. If it sends terrorists, it's anyway on the FATF grey list, and the Asia Pacific group of FATF, India Today's Geeta Mohan broke that story a short while back, that Pakistan is on the verge of being blacklisted. APG, the Asia Pacific group, has already blacklisted Pakistan, so it cannot use terrorists because on 32 of 40 parameters of the Asia Pacific group, Pakistan is non-compliant. So that's really negative for Pakistan. 3, it cannot use terrorists. Politically, it can do nothing. Diplomatically, they are so desperate that Pakistan's so-called human rights minister, Shireen Mazari, wrote to UNICEF, saying that remove Priyanka Chopra as a goodwill ambassador because she used the word Jai Hind. And UNICEF has turned around and told her, no, she's done nothing wrong. So, there is no question of removing Priyanka Chopra. So, Pakistan is facing one setback after the other, diplomatically, internationally, and of course, militarily. Should they attempt something, they are in for it at the line of control.
And every single attempt to rake up some sort of international chorus has failed, which is why now they've decided to target the government by even interfering in internal affairs of the country. Gaurav, thanks for joining us with all those details. We're slipping into a short break.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.